What's up guys, Trunks here. If you feel quote unquote hard stuck, you might win a bunch of games one day, hit a new peak, but then lose so many games that you drop below where you were before. You might try and think exactly of what happened on your good day and replicate that. Obviously, this is the path to improvement, right? Wrong. That is actually the exact opposite of what you should do and what keeps you stuck exactly where you tend to hover around. Today, I'm going to explain scientifically why this approach keeps you hard stuck and how to break the cycle and truly improve over time. I want to explain to you why progress isn't linear and 3 insanely simple rules to live by to ensure your skill improves as fast as possible. You watching this video right now, definitely aren't doing all 3. Allow me to explain everything with a hypothetical fighting game player named Billy. Let's say Billy is a brand new Street Fighter player. He doesn't really know a damn thing, and naturally, he picks Ryu as his first character because he heard that he's a bit easier to pick up. So he loads up the training mode and learns the command for Fireball. His friend Joe also tells him to learn the command for Dragon Punch and explains the basic game plan of a Fireball game. Fireball a ton to get your opponent to jump, then Dragon Punch them to anti-air. Billy makes it his mission to get good at this, and after getting super comfortable throwing fireballs and dragon punching, he makes it to silver. But here's where the problems start. He gets really stuck here, and he's not sure how to improve further. Joe tells him to learn how to meaty someone after a dragon punch, so he goes into the lab a bit and gets it a few times in training mode. He boots up ranked and tries to meaty his opponent, but he messes up the timing very often and just gets blown up for it. He actually ends up on a losing streak until he's bronze again. Billy thinks, man, this meaty thing isn't working. When I was just fireballing and dragon punching, no one would be able to combo me for missing the meaty timing. Going for meaties is so stupid and doesn't even really work. So he goes back to his old game plan and starts climbing back to silver, where he's stuck again for months. You guys can all see the problem in Billy's situation as a noob. It's obvious he needs to learn meaties. He just gets demoralized because he starts losing when trying to do something new and deems it bad because he can't execute it well. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are Billy. You just probably have much more complex problems besides simply learning meaties. Whenever you start to implement a new skill, whether it be trying something new in a matchup, learning a new option select, crosscut DP, whiff punishing, whatever it may be, you will truly get worse at the game overall and lose more often at first. There are 2 clear reasons for this. 1, you're not experienced at the skill you're new to and will not execute it correctly at all. This one is obvious. 2, fighting games are super fast and require thinking about many different things at the same time. This is what players call the mental stack. But when you attempt to learn a new skill, it takes up a disproportionately large portion of your mental stack and actually makes skills that you already had mastered much worse. Take me for example. I realized that my Fireball game against higher MR master players was a bit lacking, but I thought my footsies was my strong suit. The moment I started to improve my Fireball game, I started losing so much more, since I had to focus on fireballs pretty hard to do them unpredictably. My focus on my footsies was severely diminished. But instead of going back to my old game plan, I decided to stick with my new focus on fireballs and lose a lot until I felt more comfortable mixing up my fireball timings. It eventually took less and less focus and relieved my mental stack so I could be just as good as footsies as before while also having a much better fireball game. I saw a massive improvement from this. This all brings me to the first rule to get unstuck in fighting games, and it's beyond simple. Play to hone your weaknesses instead of playing to win. And paradoxically, not playing to win in this way will make you win more in the future and have more fun doing it. One of the secrets to falling in love with fighting games is to simply have fun honing your weaknesses and not to care about winning in the short term. Do this and one day you'll find yourself a strong player, enjoying the game, improving daily, and maybe even winning a tournament. Okay, so now you're playing to hone your weaknesses and you've climbed the ranks a decent amount. Now that you're much more competent in the game, you are having much more trouble figuring out what you need to improve on. It's no longer just learn a new combo or learn how to meaty and anti-air. You have much more complex problems to solve, like how to play a certain matchup or understand risk reward. This is where the second rule to get unstuck is. Join a community and expand your rival network. Some people might think, oh, if the online for my game is good, I don't need to play long sets with others. I can just constantly queue rank to improve. Well, let me tell you why this reasoning is backwards. Even though, yes, in theory, you can keep queuing ranked and getting better that way if you're very good at noticing your weaknesses and issues, but the truth is, playing and talking with others in the game in a community will bring you perspectives you might not have thought of before. There's a lot of things to learn from others who have completely different perspectives on the game since they play different characters, come from different regions, or maybe just think much differently than you. The truth is, having multiple brains working on how to improve at the game will always be better than just your one brain. The fighting game community is genuinely one of the coolest communities I've been a part of. I've met a ton of awesome friends who just want to see each other succeed and improve. If they can help you get better, that will in turn make them better as well. So go attend your locals, make some friends, get better together. If you don't have a local scene, maybe consider joining an online community. There are many good ones out there, but I also have my own Discord server full of a ton of super great players. We're always in there doing VOD reviews, coaching, and giving tips to each other. So if that sounds interesting to you at all, there's a link in the description to join. Okay, awesome. So now you're not only playing to hone your weaknesses and you found yourself a great community. Congrats, you're well on your way to becoming a stronger player, but don't let it get to your head. Becoming a strong player can lead to developing an ego, and when you lose to a player you don't think you should, you might start getting salty because you expect to win now. This leads me to my final tip to get unstuck in fighting games. Have fun and don't take it too seriously. At the end of the day, you play fighting games for enjoyment. Getting better and learning and seeing results is also an awesome part of it, but there's no reason to get your day ruined by losing at a video game. After all, even if you were the best player in the world and never lost, but you hated practicing and playing the game because you got mad all the time, I doubt you would keep playing and enjoying the process. Work towards your goals, have fun along the way, and take breaks when you need to. Fighting games should not be the only thing in your life. Try to find other hobbies that bring you joy when you're feeling burnt out. And remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope that helps anyone who might be doubting themselves. Appreciate you all and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.